And get started, and we'll start tonight with our Pledge of Allegiance. If we could all rise and say the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then just a reminder, as we kind of settle in and focus on our district priorities, we try to stay focused on community relations, resource management, recruiting and retaining staff, and academic excellence. So, Laura, would you please do roll call and establish a quorum?
Dominic. Here. Fields. Here. Riphagen.
Here.
Boyd.
Here.
Silva.
Here. Okay, and then we're looking for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Riphagen.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Silva.
Aye. Okay. And then now would be the time for open forum. So if there's anybody here that would like to speak on something that's not on the agenda, now would be the time to be acknowledged and do so. Okay. Awesome. Seeing there is none, we'll move on along to our consent items. Is there any questions or anything on the consent items, or we'd be looking to entertain a motion for that? Now, yes, I do want to pull out, when we're looking to make that motion, to go ahead and make that, but also pulling out our retirement, to acknowledge our retirement separately. So we'll do that in a second motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent items as presented. Holding the.
I'll second.
Motion in a second. Please call the roll.
Riphagen.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Silva.
Aye. And then the recognition we just want to make is for Teresa Shahan. She'll be retiring after 28 years of service to the district. So we appreciate all of her time. We're glad we get her for a little while longer. And thank you so much. I don't think she's here, but everybody now knows. So tell her and thank her for her many, many, many years of service. So would we have a motion to go ahead and accept her retirement?
I will so move to accept her retirement.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion in a second. Please call the roll.
Riphagen.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Dominic.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay. Then moving on to old business. This would be our second reading for the 507.1, the student health and immunization certificate, with just the one change that we made last meeting. We'd be looking to entertain a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve 507.1 student health and immunization certificate.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Fields. Aye. Boyd.
Aye.
Riphagen.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, then moving on to reports, the superintendent's report.
Yeah, just a couple of things before we dive into our student and staff recognition. Finally have a little bit of a perimeter fence going up around the old admin building, so hopefully that'll be coming down very soon. And then our middle school playground is, God, they got a lot of work done on it today, didn't they? So middle school playground will be up and ready here pretty shortly. So lots of fun to come there. So we're going to start with high school first this week. We're going to mix it up. So no, you don't know who's going to be second. Let's start with Mrs. Shannon.
Yeah, let's change it up. All right, so I feel like I need to give some background each time, even though some of you are here each month. I wanted to let you know how we go about determining each of these. So we'll start with the students, and the students are nominated by the staff at the high school. And they nominate 2 per grade, freshman through senior. And then the staff members vote, and then whoever gets each 2 students who get the highest number of votes get recognized here at the board meeting. So the first student to be recognized is going to be our senior recognition is Allie Lawson. If you can come forward. Come up front here. Senior moment, huh? Molly, did I have you in first and in third grade?
Yeah.
And I was middle school counselor, so we've been around a while. Allie, she's the daughter of Josh and Teresa Lawson, and I just wanted to share a few things that her teachers had to say. Allie works hard and does great work. She's always positive and works well with her peers. She's a joy to have in class. I enjoyed having her her first trimester, her senior year, and not having her since her freshman year. She brought great spark to Ram Fanatic and with lots of ideas and follow through. She is very dependable and works very hard to make sure things not only get done, but they're done well. The world is a better place with Allie Lawson in it. Allie is one of the most positive students I've ever taught. She is always in a good mood and has a smile for all of those around her and seems to enjoy every day. It's people like her that always help others have a better day. She has a strong dedication to quality work, and I've had the joy of having her in class all 4 years, and she's currently my teacher's assistant. She is patient, attentive, and gives great feedback to beginning students. Congratulations, Allie. And next up to be recognized is Savannah Landsman. If you want to come on up, Savannah. So Savannah is the sophomore daughter of Chad and Teresa Landsman. She is super responsible and always comes to class prepared. She is kind to others and always has a smile and a positive attitude each and every day. She is, if she's ever had a bad day, you would never know it. She consistently brings positive vibes to the classroom. Savannah is an excellent student who always gets her work done on time, and she is super responsible, kind to everyone, and a great leader. She works hard in her classes, and she's willing to work with all of her peers. She's a joy to have in class, and she's fun and caring and always does the right thing. It's been great having her in Interact and in speech this year. So congratulations, Savannah. For the teacher to be recognized, I asked the students of the month from last month. So the students recognized Mr. Heath Tulene. So all right. So Mr. Tulene teaches in the social studies department and also coaches at the middle school level. And you've been here 10 years, right?
Right.
22 in education? Nice, okay. And here's a few things your students have said to you, or said about you. And I didn't correct their typing, I just copy and pasted. So you're gonna see some errors. I didn't want you to think they're mine. The biggest thing about Mr. Tulene is how he always greets and says hello and goodbye to every kid and knows every student, no matter who it is. He makes them feel welcome. I think he makes his classes entertaining and he helps make you want to be there. Mr. Tulene has been an incredible role model and an outstanding teacher. He puts a great amount of time and effort into teaching us and never fails to put a smile on my face. Thank you for being such an enthusiastic teacher. He is a good person in general, but one thing I appreciate about him most is his care for our lives. I like how he'll ask how students' sporting events went, how their concerts went, or how the weekend went. I appreciate how he makes students feel like their lives matter and they're not just another class, and it's not just another class to him, but a new group of kids that he gets to know. Thank you for all your work. And the last person to be recognized is Tanya Drubengay. Tanya, can you come on up? Sure. So this is the most history dive that we did in it. Tanya has been with us for 15 years. You were at East Greene before, right?
I was there 12.
12, okay. So she works at the Success Center, and I asked her to do some investigating on the history of the Success Center, and she did some work, and we learned some things. And the Success Center was born 40 years ago and was the brainchild of Sue Richardson. So, did I say that right? Richards or Richardson?
Richardson.
Yeah. So it started as a way to meet the needs of special education students. And then as it evolved over time, it became a space where it kind of morphed into helping students that maybe didn't qualify for special education, but were maybe starting to fall through the cracks, that were risking failing a class and just needed some extra support. And now it offers that support to just all those kids and anybody else. So it's just this large variety of students that can come into Tanya's space. They can work on making up a test, getting extra help on an assignment, work in small groups, practice their speeches, take an online class. It can be a part of their daily schedule if they want a more structured study hall. Tanya serves an average of 200 students each week. I think your busiest has been around 225. Is that right? So we are just so thankful. She stays on Mondays late when the kids get out early and they need extra time to make up work. She stays late to make that happen. And we just are really thankful for the support and service you provide to those students. And it often goes unnoticed because you do it quietly and effectively. And we're just really appreciate that what you do for us. So thank you.
Okay. All right, Maddie Silva. So much like Karen, the middle school teachers recommend students, and then they send us all the great things that they have to say about you. So Maddie Silva is a 5th grader at GCMS, the daughter of Matthew and Michelle Silva. Maddie's teacher said that she does an outstanding job in class and is always on task. She is helpful, kind, and shows empathy towards others. She is driven and focused in class by working hard and taking her learning to a high level. She is a natural leader in and out of the classroom, and we are proud she is a GCMS Ram. Keep up the great work and kindness, Maddie. Olivia Smith. You good? Olivia Smith is an 8th grader at GCMS, the daughter of Laura and Ryan Smith. Olivia works hard and is always willing to help others. She is a student we can always count on to be a contributor to class discussions, and her work is always done to a high standard. She is kind to her classmates and a great role model for what we expect at GCMS. She is very talented and thinks outside the box in order for her work to stand out. Olivia is very neat and meticulous. Olivia is involved in many activities within GCMS, and we are proud to have her represent us. Keep up the great work and your continued contributions to GCMS in Greene County. We look forward to seeing all that you accomplish in the future as a Greene County Ram. Carla DeZura. So our staff is also done by a recommendation of their fellow colleagues. So Carla DeZuris is a lady of many hats at GCMS. She serves as life skills and SCS Encore teacher, as well as an 8th grade associate who serves students within the classroom and during intervention. Carla's positive attitude is contagious and has had a significant impact on the overall morale of our team. We admire her exceptional ability to build meaningful relationships with our students. Her genuine interest in their well-being and academic success has not only enriched their experiences, but has also contributed to the positive culture of our building. Carla's willingness to lend a helping hand, listen with empathy, and treat others with respect is a testament to her outstanding character. Thank you, Carla, for all that you do for GCMS. Miss Tammy Brophy. Tammy is a 7th grade literacy teacher at GCMS. She has taught for 23 years, 12 of them at GCMS. Her colleagues had the following to say about Tammy. Tammy always has a smile on her face and is always helpful towards students and staff. She is supportive and approachable. She takes the time to listen and discuss student concerns and is a solution-oriented person. Tammy confronts change head-on and is ready to promote positivity by speaking and acting in the best interest of her students in Greene County Middle School as a school. She has a students first mindset and strives to do her best each day. So in turn, her students can get their best education. Tammy goes above and beyond supporting the middle school by sponsoring the middle school play and being an active member of various committees. We are proud to say Tammy is part of GCMS as she truly makes our school a better place to be. Yeah, both. Okay, there you go.
Okay. It must be my turn now. So I am going to start with our students. The first, how far do I have to go? Probably here. Yes.
Yeah, you're
Okay. Our students at the elementary are nominated by staff. They can't really nominate each other so much. So our students are nominated by staff at the elementary. So the first student that I want to recognize is Samuel Kaufman. This way, because they're this way right here. First of all, say hi to Mom. There's a camera right up there. So Samuel is in second grade this year in Miss Fisher's class. And this is what your teacher said about you, Samuel, okay? Let me get my notes here. You are always on task, constantly helping others, and you are overall such a great kid. Miss Fisher loves having you in her class, and we love having you at our school. Let's get Samuel right now. All right, the next student that we have is Addie Ritter. Come on up, Addie. Okay. Addie is the daughter of Dan Ritter and Ellen Ritter, and she is in kindergarten. You are a kindergartner in our school, and your teacher, Miss Ort, had some things to say about you. Okay, let me read them. Addie takes great pride in the work that she does, and she perseveres through challenges, and she is a hard worker. Let's give Addie a round of applause. Congratulations. Okay, and our staff that we recognize, our staff are nominated by staff. So the staff in our school, they have a lot of nominating to do, kids and staff members. The first person that I want to recognize is Beth DeMoss. Come on up, Beth. Beth, she currently works in our kitchen. Beth and I actually, do you remember how far back we go? When I was just a middle schooler, I worked with Beth in the summer when she was a custodian for our school. So we've kind of been around a while, but we are so happy to have her back at the elementary. And this is what staff said about you, Beth. When going through the breakfast or lunch line, Beth is so positive and greets the students and staff with a smile. That has always been true about her. This is just how she is. She'll say hi when walking by and ask how I'm doing. Sometimes just a simple smile and saying hi can go a long way for students and staff. She's a great example and deserves recognition for her generosity and positivity. Congratulations. All right, and our last staff member is Teresa Brown. Come on up, Teresa. Now, Teresa and I have a long history also. I won't say really why, but Teresa has been in education, I think, at really Greene County, Jefferson, Scranton for 30, is this your 35th year? 34th year of teaching. So she's been teaching for a while. Same is true, like I said. Staff nominated Teresa. So here is what your colleagues had to say about you. Teresa is a wonderful teacher. She's good at her job, has helped many, many children learn when they were struggling at school. She's empathetic and understanding of her students' needs. Her classroom is an oasis of support and encouragement for all students and staff, students and staff. Teresa treats her associates with respect, and she is a pleasure to work with. So congratulations, Teresa.
Okay,
Okay, at this time, the people who are nominated, teachers and kids, we're gonna exit through here and go into the lunchroom to take a quick picture. So we're gonna take about a 2-3 minute break and then we'll resume our meeting right after that and get to the school permit drivers and keep going through. So we'll be right back.
No kidding, I know And that's like my son is too. You have this up to one after. I have my scared son and she's gonna go to. No, well, this is the other thing. So, are you going to kick my later? So,
Yeah.
yes, go.
Yep.
So it's back to the like.
Yep.
The foundation board met and just wanted to let everybody know that the boost date has been set for Saturday, April 6th. And that's something that a lot of the teachers are all invited to in community and everybody. It's really, really fun event. Being no other reports, we'll move on to our administrative reports. Did everyone get a chance to look at the link that the admins provided? Questions on any of that? Or comments? Lots of honor roll kids. That was awesome.
I appreciate adding the newsletters.
Yeah.
Primarily because I don't get yours.
Yeah.
And so it's nice
Yeah,
to see that
good,
too.
good.
Thank you. But everyone had them, so thank you.
Being no other comments or questions, we'll continue rolling on to any other correspondence or reports. None? Okay, moving on then. New business. So this would be first one on the agenda is the school driving permit. So I'll let Michelle kind of take over from here.
All right, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids here this evening that would like to be granted a school permit. What I'm gonna have you do is we'll just go through the list on the board. I'd like you to stand up, tell us who you are, tell us how far you live from school, and tell us why you would like to have a school permit. So we'll start with Jackson.
My name's Jackson Everest. I live about probably like 2 miles from the school. I finished having my school permit because I have one parent and he works 2 jobs and he's hardly ever home. And I wouldn't have a ride home without him. So I believe I need a school permit.
All right, thank you. McKenna.
I'm McKenna Eversole. I live a mile and a half away from the school, and I need a school permit so I can drive back and forth from school and get to my sporting events.
All right, thank you. Alyssa.
I'm really happy, and I live about 7 miles from town, and it'd be nice to get my school permit because both my parents work during the day, and I'd like to go home after school.
Leah.
I'm Leah Campbell, and I think I should get my school. I live like 2 or 3 miles away from the school, and I think I should get it because I have early morning activities and after school activities, and it's hard to find a ride in the morning because both my parents leave early in the morning.
All right, thank you. Mason.
Oh gosh.
I'm Mason Azuris. I think I should get my school permit because I have morning lifting all the time and I have sports. And both my parents work and my mom works at the school and she doesn't want to come get me after school. And my dad works until like an hour after.
All right.
So I think that you should nominate me.
Is there another McKenna?
Yep.
Okay.
My name's McKenna Dezuris, and I live like a little bit over a mile away from the school, and get my school permit for early morning activities and after school activities. And my sister graduates this year, so I just don't have a ride from school to and from school.
Thank you. Cole.
I'm Cole Johnson Peterson. I live a mile and a half away from school, and I'd like a school permit because I'm in 5 sports and extracurricular activities, and my parents can't always give me rides.
All right, thank you. And Calvin.
I'm Calvin Fields. I live 13 miles away from the school, and I'm involved in athletics after school, and I lift 3 times a week, and I help my father on the farm. And I need to drive home.
Okay, so you should all have your request form with you. I'm going to highlight just a few things on here, but it is your responsibility and your parents' responsibility to make sure you are aware of all of the rules and regulations that are involved with driving. So first off, you are allowed to drive between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. So that means if you are on an activity bus and it gets home at 10:30, you are not allowed to drive home. You're gonna have to find an alternative route or alternative ride to get yourself home. You can drive to and from the address or addresses that you list on the form and school. And that's your whole route there and back. You are allowed to stop and get fuel along the way if you need to. But if you're, if you're coming from Scranton, you can't go to Grand Junction to get fuel. You need to go wherever makes the most sense. You are allowed to carry one other person in the car with you that's not a relative that lives in your house. So you can have one friend with you, but you can't pick that friend up. That friend has to get in the vehicle with you. So no, drop it over a couple blocks just to grab them. Cell phones, when can you use them in the car? Never. So get your playlist all set, everything ready to go before you're getting your vehicle to drive off. Don't have my regular paper with me. The other thing to remember is that if you do get a ticket, get pulled over, whatever, you can lose your license, and then you're back to begging rides from mom and dad or friends or older siblings. So just drive the best you can all the time. And it's not just law enforcement that's watching you. Your school permit is granted by the school board, so we also have the ability to take it back if you're using and abusing it. So with that said, I would make a motion to approve the students listed up here on the board and that we're presenting tonight for school permits.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, please call the roll.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Davendeck.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Hi. If you guys want to bring your forms on up, I'm going to sign them, then you're welcome to stay for the whole meeting. Yes, okay. You're welcome to stay for the meeting, or you can go ahead and leave if you'd like.
From wrestling.
Lonnie, what number do I?
From walking.
What number? That part, if you want to fill out later, you can. As far as your. I don't need it. All right. Mason. Yeah. Yes. I can only know from That's okay. Thank you. Yeah, no, they just put that on. Your legal name.
I still know that.
Thank you for coming.
I was gonna say.
Drive carefully by the neighbor. Is she your neighbor?
At least that's what I.
Drive carefully by every neighbor.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, will you do this while you're still in 8th grade or wait till 9th grade? Well, you be careful. I'm here every morning, so don't make me see you doing crazy things, all right? Thank you for coming. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're gonna move right along to fundraising requests. Looks like we just have one for the high school. So if we are looking for a motion for that, it seemed kind of cut and dry.
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Might be
go for it.
silly, but
No.
it says that they're delivered on the 14th with a message. Are those predetermined messages? Okay.
From what I understand, the kids have written them
Oh.
themselves.
So like when they place the order, whoever's placing the order gets to write the message to the person they're purchasing it for. So then if Colby is gonna buy Eli a top for Valentine's Day, Colby will write a note to Eli, and it'll be attached to Eli's soda.
And just, okay, and it's okay, whatever they write on it.
Well, it would be screened.
Okay.
No lies on it.
Just wondering. Good,
It'll be screened.
good deal. So I make a motion that we approve the Valentine fundraiser.
I'll second.
All right, motion and a second, please call roll.
Fields.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Davendeck.
Aye.
Boyd. Aye. Silva.
Okay, 24, 25, dropout prevention program.
Yep, so this is just us getting a board action to do a modified supplemental amount for our at-risk and dropout prevention dollars. So the way this is calculated is it's 5% of our, it's based on 5% of our district cost per pupil multiplied by the enrollment. We have multiplied by the district cost of kids, works out to $453,649 that we use for a variety of things. It pays for IJEG, our counselors, Mr. Kenny, it all goes to pay for their salaries and those programs. And we use every single solitary dollar that we have there. It's all funded through our local property taxes. So it's actually 75% state aid and 25% property tax match to be able to get that $453,649 number. So, and the motion and everything else is right underneath that. Do you have any other questions?
I will make a motion for the supplemental amount of $453,649.
If you want to read what I actually said.
I will read the whole thing. A motion to approve the plan and to direct the district's administration to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for a modified supplemental amount of $453,649 for the at-risk dropout program implementation.
I will second that motion.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Silva.
Hi. Okay, next on here is the SBRC application for open enrollment out, not on prior year's headcount.
Yep, so what this says is essentially is that students that were not on our account from last year, because remember, our funding is always a year behind. So they were not on our head count, but then attended here and then open enrolled out from here. So then we had to pay tuition out. So the state allows us to be able to make a request to the SBRC to pay for that open enrolled out tuition for I think it's like 13.2 students. And so it sounds kind of funny that we'd have a 0.2, but remember if the student open enrolls out and decides to homeschool or something like that at another school district, then the funding rate changes there a little bit. So we're allowed to levy for that spending authority. So it's for the $102,574 to pay for those 13.2 students.
Okay, well, I would make a motion that the district's administration is authorized to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for a modified supplemental amount of $102,574 for open enrolled out students who were not included in the district's previous year certified enrollment count.
Good work.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
You want to read it again?
I read it slowly.
No. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Dominic.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay. So next up is the SBRC application for the limited English proficiency instruction beyond 5 years.
Yep, so this is, again, just us being able to levy to get the spending authority to be able to pay for the additional students that we've had to serve based, and so their immediate or intensive gets determined based on their ALPA screening, and so this is where they came out based on that, and so it's basically us levying for the additional cash to be able to spend on the services that are being provided. So it's not any additional, we're not hiring anybody or anything like that. It's just gives us the authority to be able to spend if we have any additional resources or things like that we may need to purchase for the student, and allows us to spend it today or whenever it gets approved, I guess.
I will make a motion that the district's administration is authorized to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for a modified supplemental amount of $4,834 related to the English language learning program for students who have exceeded 5 years of waiting that are included on the fall 2023 certified enrollment headcount.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I will second that motion.
Okay, motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, and then board policy review 600 to 602.3. Any questions on it? kind of looking at Cindy with being on that committee and reviewing all these in depth too, or Connie, sorry. There's a Cindy Boyd that exists, but.
My only question, it was, when going through all of the curriculum development and implementation and evaluation, the last paragraph was always, it shall be the responsibility of the administration to keep the board appraised of, blah, blah, blah. Does the administration you, or is it the administration in each building, or how is that?
It's me.
It's you?
Yep. So anytime if we would purchase new resources or consider, adopting a different curriculum or resource or something like that, then yeah, that would be my responsibility to notify you or my designee.
Looking in the corner.
We've got both corners covered here.
Looks good. I'll make a motion to approve board policies 600 through 602.3.
I will second that.
Motion in a second, please call the roll.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Davendek.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. All right, now we have our district career and academic plan presentation.
Karen Sandberg.
So this is a new requirement from the Department of Ed that we have you guys review this each year. They started a few years ago requiring 8th graders to create a plan for what they might want to do when they graduate, and then set up what classes and activities might they want to do or need to do in order to be ready for that when they graduate. So now they've added this additional piece that's the district career and academic plan so that we're planning for all those activities and experiences so that kids are ready to go. So every district has to do it. They kind of center it around each of the career and tech areas of emphasis. There are 6 different areas. When I was working with Allison, I was like, well, what if it's not a career area? But we started looking at it and really we couldn't come up with a career that wouldn't fall in one of those. Not necessarily that we teach courses in all of those, but we would be able to do experiences related to all that. So that's kind of how it's tied. And then that academic plan that the 8th graders create, then every year that's revisited, monitored, revised as their thoughts, ideas change. And then the whole plan needs to be reviewed by the school board each year. There are 5 components to the plan: self-understanding, career information, career exploration, post-secondary exploration, and career and post-secondary decisions. So the kids do some surveys and inventories and things to kind of find out what are they interested in, what kind of personality, what kind of careers might they want to do. And then as they start doing that, then they start actually studying some careers. How much does this person make? How much does this career make? What opportunities are there around here for those careers? And then actually go out and experience some of that. And then it's our job to make sure that they've got some opportunities to go visit colleges and universities that might be able to offer the degrees that they're looking for. And then they ultimately decide, this is the way I'm going, and make sure that that plan is all lined up. So in order to do that, we use a computer system called Zello. The kids actually create their plan in there. There's lots of activities. There's lesson plans for teachers. At the 8th grade level, that's done in guidance class. And then moving forward in the high school, they're going to do that as a part of advisory, I believe. And this year, because that's not there, Allison's kind of doing some work with that to make sure that all kids, she just showed me her spreadsheet the other day as she's monitoring who's done which parts and what still needs to be finished. Of course, we partner with Iowa Central Community College because of our career academy, but lots of other colleges come in too. They do a career fair and a post-secondary fair. They alternate those every other year so that students have exposure to different careers and different college opportunities. And then we have lots of different work-based learning activities that they can take part in, and as well as one thing that they do during their high school year is do a job shadow. So that's all part of what we do to make sure that kiddos have the experiences they need to be ready for the next level. And as a part of this whole plan, then we're supposed to identify goals and how we're gonna get this done. And so, we didn't, not that we didn't have goals before, but they weren't necessarily clearly defined or communicated. And so now that we've got this, the department has also put out a rubric to be able to judge kind of where we are in each of those areas. And so the team that's been put together will plan to meet every year in August in some of those start days that we do with professional development in August. And we'll take a look at that plan, take a look at the data that's tied to the areas, and then revise where we see that anything might need to be changed. And then someone will be back here to share that information with you so that you have the ability to review that again. Ultimately, what we really want to do is line up this plan and these opportunities and things with our strategic priorities as the district too. So we want to make connections in as many places as we possibly can. So if you have questions about that, you can either contact Allison Wang, which I hear today you did some, or you can contact me. She and I have been kind of tag teaming, working on this. We don't need an approval. We just need to present it for you to review. Any questions that you have for me right now? Does that make sense? Perfect.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, being that there's no other business, meeting adjourned. If you are here for government, thank you so much for coming. If you'd like a signature